And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back out to 2022 baseball season here. Our first stop here at 446 Sports is out at Merrill Blackburn Field on the historic grounds of England Air Park, where it is time for Grace Christian and the Wompus Cats of Leesville. Wompus Cats make their way in with a record of 1-1. Grace Christian comes in on the season at 2-1. Had a big win early over St. Joe's and dropped one to Oakdale before picking up the victory just yesterday in what is this tournament that they've started. Been the last couple of years that they've done this. They've got teams playing here at Grace Christian, and they've got them over at Alexandria Senior High School today too. So this is Grace Christian and Leesville getting ready to do battle. On the mound for the Warriors is number 25, Seth Cook. He is the sophomore that's there. All he did was strike out 17 in 6 innings of work in the opening day start against St. Joe's. And you guessed it right, 17 strikeouts out of 18 potential outs. I don't know what he was doing, slacking on the other one, but no, I kid. That's a tremendous pitching performance out of the sophomore. Looking around the defense for you, their starting lineup for Grace Christian. Carson Courtright will start in center field. Luke Johnson over at shortstop. Canyon Wright at first base. Seth Cook, we told you, will back cleanup and play on and start on the hill tonight. Over at third base is Landon Ami. Cody Davis, the catcher today. Parker Johnson in right field. Cooper Courtright, the 8th grader, gets a start at second base. And Philip Cole will get things going out in left field. 3 seniors in the starting lineup today for this Grace Christian team. In Ami, the third baseman, Parker Johnson, the right fielder, and senior Philip Cole there. Seem like these guys have been around for a while. Just last names for the Wompus Cats of Leesville, but you'll start off with number 27. That is their shortstop, Cunningham. Cook Wines delivers this one, and he blows it by there for a strike. 0-1 now on Cunningham as we get things going here in the top of the first. A blustery day. Pumps that one in there, but just taken out as a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cook peers in at Cunningham, delivers this one. Swing and a miss there, mighty hack at it, but no contact on it. Down 1-2. Cook rears back, delivers this one. Swing and a miss, and that's strikeout number 1 on the day. For Cook, you don't expect him to go out there and mow down the opposition like he did in his first start at St. Joe, but pumping fastballs in there is a sophomore, and really solid work you like to see. Coming out and get ahead of the first batter, and he does just that. Cook Wines delivers another big swing and a miss. That is Dupree that stands in there, the center fielder, Dupree. Cook rocks, fires back, delivers this one. Taken on the outside corner for strike 2, 0-2 to Dupree. Got to keep on a cold day like this, you certainly want your fielders to stay loose. You know, they sat back and watched Seth throw 17 strikeouts the other night. That one misses up and away, and they get lulled to sleep out there defensively just a little bit. They've got to be ready to get into action. 1 down here, top of the first. Cook delivers. Swing and a miss there quickly. 2 strikeouts on the day as Cunningham and Dupree are strikeout victims. That's going to bring up his pitching counterpart, Fitzgerald, number 11, who will stride in from the right side. Fitzgerald, a big young man, stands in there from the right side of the plate, ready to go. Grace, of course, will play 2 games today. They'll face off against the Warhorses of Peabody coming up after this one. That one is driven out to third base, and that's going to be an error out at third. And that's one of the things we talked about of perhaps being lulled to sleep. Score that an error on the third baseman, landed on me as the ball was hit solid to him. And unable to get there. So you send Fitzgerald down to first. They'll get a courtesy runner in for him. That's going to be Hammonds, we do believe. Limited roster for the Wompus Cats today, just dressing 10 out there. So the one reserve they have is out to courtesy run, and that's Hammonds, number 14. That's going to bring in Hazel, who will stand in there. Hazel, the battery mate for Fitzgerald. Cook looks over at first. Pierce delivers this one, and it's in there for a strike. 2 strikeouts out of the first 2 outs that he has. Runner at first is Fitzgerald, who reached on the error. The courtesy runner Hammond's there for Fitzgerald. That one fouled back behind the plate over to where the homestanding fans reside. And quickly 0-2 the count. Again, we are in the top of the first. This thing just getting underway. The sophomore Seth Cook out on the hill for the Warriors. Hazel looking at 0-2 here. Cook peers in, takes a check of the run at first. That's a pretty good lead. Not going anywhere. That's a curveball from Cook. Really seen just the fastball and changeup from Seth tonight. First real curveball that I think that we've seen. May have been just setting something up. He likes to pound the inside of the plate against these Leesville batters. And there it is. That one is popped out to second base. And it's going to be out number 3 on the day, out at second base. Cooper Courtright brings that one in. The 8th grader retires the 3rd out of the inning. That is going to do it for Leesville in top half of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on. 1 error correction, and that was the error out by Ami. After a half inning, no score. Warriors coming to the plate. We'll be back after this in 30 seconds on 446 Sports.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
It's the perfect time of year to grab everything you need for your big-time fishing partner. Security Sporting Goods at 2220 Memorial Drive in Alexandria has everything you can think of from Abu Garcia, Lewis Duckett, Zebco, and even Zoom. We even have in stock Old Town kayaks with models like Topwater, Sportsman, and even Vapor. No need to shop anywhere else because Security Sporting Goods has it all. Find us on Facebook or you can contact us at 318-445-6246. Security Sporting Goods. We have everything from camo to ammo.
Back to the burn. I am Doug Gann bringing you Grace Christian and Leesville here in this one. Our first baseball game, kind of slowing it down from our basketball pace. You know, things are kind of hectic in football, and then basketball really ramps up the calling of the games, and we get back into what I consider is the greatest game that there is, a national pastime, if you will, and in baseball. Wow, they got a new PA announcer out here, and he sounds really good. That's going to start things off. Junior, number 42, Carson Courtright. Courtright bats from the left side of the plate. Takes the first one in there, strike 1, and that is Fitzgerald that is out on the hill. Fitzgerald reached via the error in the first. Big, solid right-hander is this Fitzgerald from Leesville. Second pitch by Fitzgerald misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. Courtright, a long-standing tradition of baseball out of that family that comes up here. That one is driven promptly out to center field. Going to chase the center fielder back to the wall, and that's going to get off. We'll see Courtright is digging for a double, and he's going to get a leadoff double. And that ball gets past the shortstop into right field. But Courtright doing what the junior center fielder needs to do, and that's setting the tone in this one. That's going to bring to the plate shortstop, number 32, another junior, Luke Johnson. Luke seems like he's been around for 10 years on there. He got some good playing time as an 8th grader when he got here several years ago. Now looking at him as a junior. Bats from the left side, can bat either side. We'll stride in there from the left side of it. Courtright measuring things up off of second. Just a solid hit, leadoff double for Courtright out over the center fielder's head. And that's one thing about it. You play your normal depth from the wall, a lot of times you'll get burned up because it's not a very deep field. That one is nubbed back to the pitcher. Fitzgerald checks back Courtright to second. A good play by the right-hander off of the mound. And we'll score that one 1-3 for the putout. Kenyon Wright, the freshman first baseman, will stride in there. Another good, solid-looking product for this Grace Christian team. Warriors in their white uniforms with the green pinstripes. Swing and a miss from Wright. Leesville in their traditional Wompus Cat colors. You remember them from football that we've seen, the gray pants, the black jersey with gold letters and gold trim. And Fitzgerald with an 0-1 count on Wright. Good curveball that drops down in there for a strike, and now 0-2 on Wright, the freshman. Courtright still out at second base. He was there to start things off. You certainly don't want to strand him if you're a Warrior fan. Fitzgerald peers back to second. There goes Courtright. He's off and running. That ball's going to bounce in front of the third baseman and going to be an error. We've got to have a play at the plate here. Courtright's got to get down and does, just beats the throw. So give the stolen base to Courtright and then score at E5 on the runner coming into home. Give him one stolen base and a run scored. So no RBI for Wright. But needless to say, it is 1-0. Warriors take the lead. Good bit of base running from the junior center fielder, Courtright, to get the first run of the day for the Warriors. Fitzgerald peers in, throws another real good curveball, and that's going to get Wright looking. And that's one thing that we see early is that they're going to have to watch that curveball. Fitzgerald really seems to twist that off pretty good. And stepping in, counterpart on the heel, sophomore, number 25, Seth Cook. Cook again, solid bat for the Warriors. We get a lot of research and a lot of studying things that you learn what to do and what to talk about. Can't talk about Seth because his mom will come upstairs and get us, so we have to make sure that we don't do any of that. And I know she's listening, or will be before it's over with, so we'll get a visit in the press box from her. I say that purely in jest. Wonderful family and baseball group here. And Seth has done nothing but grow and mature as a player for this Grace Christian team through the years. There's the delivery. Fouled that one off straight back. Had a good hack at it, but 2-1 to count to Cook. We play in the bottom of the first. Warriors have a 1-0 lead. They picked up that run just moments ago. Courtright stolen base. The ball bounces in front of the third baseman and gets him in. There's that curveball again. A check swing is going to be out to shortstop. Cook's going to have a shot at it. Ball is dropped at first, and that's going to be safe over at first. Good job by the pitcher continuing to run through that. And I say something to you younger players. You run everything out because you just never know what's going to happen, and that one was dropped. So we're going to score that in E3 on the play because they had Cook by a step prior. That will bring Landon Ami in. He is the third baseman. The senior number 27 steps in from the left side of the plate. This Warrior team looking to get back to Sulphur. I know it's early in the season, but their credo is we play for May. And that's certainly this is a battle-tested group looking to get back down there. They have been solid residents of Sulphur over the last several years, dating back prior to their state championship in 2017. A lot of state runners-up. You know, we talked to Coach Brown, said that's the goal, is to get back to Sulphur and win the thing. That one is driven sharply over third base. Going to score that a base hit as a good effort out at third base for Leesville, just up and over the hands of the third baseman Nash, but he's unable to get that. So we'll give Landon Ami a base hit. Runners at first and second for Grace Christian, and striding in is the sophomore catcher, number 35, Cody Davis. Warriors coming out on this chilly afternoon, swinging the bat well. Curveball from Fitzgerald has been the only real problem. Bounces this fastball up and in front of the plate, and that's going to advance the runners over to second and third. So you'll see Ami go out to second on there, and Cook will make his way over to third base. if you are Davis, you certainly want to get a base hit here and get those 2 runners in. And the Warriors have been so solid through the years at jumping on opponents quickly. Fastball misses low. Fitzgerald has missed a few with that fastball, and as he gets behind his batters, likes to stay with the fastball. You think he's mixing that curveball a little bit in there. That's what he has the strikeout on. These runs, of course, would be unearned if they can come across. Delivery from Fitzgerald, and that ball is hit out to right field. Right fielder out there camping under it, and that's going to wrap it up for the Warriors in the bottom half of the first. They pick up a run on 2 hits. Strand 2 runners, 1 error in the inning after 1 completed is Grace Christian 1, Wampus Cat 0. Back after this on 446 Sports.
The following things are just plain wrong. Pouring coffee into a light socket. Dressing a 300-pound man in a tiny pink Speedo. And hiring an unqualified employee for your business.
Express Employment Professionals in Alexandria is here to assist you in hiring that right employee or helping you find your perfect career. Apply online at expresspros.com/AlexandriaLA.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau Insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Back to Grace Christian we go. Merrill Blackburn Field, affectionately known as the Burn. Nana 2354 is watching along, and yes, it is over on YouTube as well. The easiest way to get it without any compression issues or any of that is just to have it here. About 45 minutes behind schedule, and that's tournament baseball for you. That will just happen. And that was on our chat feature, so we appreciate her checking in on our chat feature. Let us know if you've got somebody you're cheering for. And there's about a 1 minute delay in it, but I think that question was there a delay in the start that was scheduled for 3 o'clock. That's going to bring in Nash, number 9. He is the third baseman, had an error on the ball, or actually it was credited over to the first baseman. Made a good effort on that shot that was hit down the third baseline, jumped up an inch taller, and I think he would have had that one. 0-1, the count on Nash. Cook rocks, fires, delivers this one. Misses outside there. Great crowd out here today for the temperature. That's it's certainly February baseball at its finest. That one misses inside, and now 2 balls and a strike to Nash. Cook back in the delivery. 3-1 the count now, and Nash trying to sneak one out and hustle down to first, and the official right on top of it. So Cook behind needs to find something in the strike zone here, and that's the big one to do it. Throw that big strike through there, evens the count or fills it up at 3-2. No, see, that's one thing. I have no microphone on Chuck, and you should all be thankful of that. Ball 4 is there, and that's going to send Nash down to first. First walk of the day. Second base runner, you remember Fitzgerald, the pitcher, reached back in the first on an error. So that sends Nash over to first. Cook goes to the stretch now. Good lead over at first by Nash. Swing and a miss there from Causey. Causey unable to connect. Good contingent made it up from Leesville. You know, we saw that Leesville turn out a lot during the ASL sports, too. Very supportive of their teams is Leesville. Squaring around to bunt was Causey, and that chases chases Nash back to first with that little look over from Cook. Playing even with the grass over at third is on me. Infield out at double play depth. And outfielders playing just to push a little bit, looking for the bunt, and in fact left it out and hopped out of the way, but without pulling your bat back. It's going to be the strike, and it's 0-2 now. And that's the one thing you'd like to throw the ball across there and take the out, but now you get in a situation you can get the strikeout without advancing the runner over. You certainly want to do that. 0-2 to Causey, who bats from the left side. Cook will take that quick look over to first now. Pierin delivers this one. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 3 for Cook on the day. Ball did drop, but those of you scoring at home, of course, runner first base is occupied, so it's just an out. No throw down needed there. That's for those cheers from the crowd hollering, run, run, run. No, no, no. Standing in now is Smith. Smith, the right fielder. He also bats from the left side. A couple of lefties in the lineup. Swing and a miss, unable, either of them, to connect with that Seth Cook fastball. Cook, 3 strikeouts on the day, give him 20 for the season early on. 0-1 to Smith, but before that, back over to first. Diving back in is Nash. Warriors set to play again tonight. They will play one more against the Warhorses of Peabody. A chilly start. I think you can expect it to start around 6:15, somewhere in there. One that was scheduled. That's a good curveball by Cook. The runner takes off. Unable to throw back down. Need to get out of there with that throw a little bit quicker because Nash, all of his body weight going out to second base, but was able to get back. I don't know if the batter from the right side, from the left side, had confused Davis a little bit. Cook looking in at the 0-2, swing and a miss. That one out as well. Cook with his 4th strikeout through 2 innings, or through an inning and 2/3. Causey and Smith have K'd on this inning following the walk that he issued to Nash. Nash still out at first base. It's going to bring Nichols in. Nichols, the second baseman for the Wompus Cats. Quick throw back over to first. See, Chuck, this is where the difference in timing between softball and baseball games, they don't throw over to first in softball. That one is lifted into center field. Courtright coming up, make the play, and that will retire the side for Leesville in the top of the second. They have no hits, no runs, no errors. They leave one. That was the walk to Nash. He stays stranded at first. Another couple of strikeouts by Cook, and it is 1-0 Grace heading into the bottom of the second. Be back after this.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
It's the perfect time of year to grab everything you need for your big-time fishing partner. Security Sporting Goods at 2220 Memorial Drive in Alexandria has everything you can think of from Abu Garcia, Lewis Duckett, Zebco, and even Zoom. We even have in stock Old Town kayaks with models like Topwater, Sportsman, and even Vapor. No need to shop anywhere else because Security Sporting Goods has it all. Find us on Facebook, or you can contact us at 318-445-6246. Security Sporting Goods. We have everything from camo to ammo.
Back to the burn we go. Again, Doug Gann bringing you Grace Christian and Leesville. Grace off to a 1-0 lead, and that's going to bring up right fielder, the senior Parker Johnson. Certainly kudos out to the folks here at Grace. Their selection of music between innings has gotten a lot better, too, since the years that we were here in the past. They used to play that Raining Tacos and stuff. I don't know if they do that anymore. We'll see. 1-0, Warriors have the lead. They bat in the bottom of the second. Parker Johnson, the senior, stands in there. And again, a big hello out to Seth Cook's grandparents that are up and watching. So we appreciate them chiming in on our chat feature. 1 ball, no strikes to Johnson. Fitzgerald on the hill for the Cats. That one misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. Two balls, no strikes in this one. Warriors to a 1-0 lead. Carson Courtright scored back in the first. Was stealing third. Had a good double to lead things off. Stole third. Ball bounded into the outfield, and he came around to score on that one on a pretty close play at home. There's that Fitzgerald curveball, misses up high, and that's going to send Johnson down to first base. Part 2 of the Courtright siblings, as 8th grader Cooper Courtright stands in there ready to go, and you know his parents, Jess and Nicole, are certainly proud parents. Squares around, takes a stab at that one, bunting it, more of pushing the bat at it rather than letting the bat do the work on it. Nash over at third base crashes in. He is playing just about even with the pitcher Fitzgerald, anticipating the bunt. Courtright takes an opportunity to look down at that armband that tells you all of the plays that's on there. And then creeping in almost to the T-ball line, if you will, is Nash over at third. And ball taken in there for a strike. Now the second baseman is crashing into the right side of it as well. Pulling back and taking a hack at it is Courtright, and that's been a long-standing tradition of plays that some of their bunters and sacrifice guys would do. Fake that bunt, pull back, and slash for the base hit as it draws that infield in, and then it gets an opportunity. But you got to have a good eye for it, and good to see the 8th grader trying to employ that. That'll chase Nash back to third, his normal position. Curveball misses up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody down. Runner out at first is Parker Johnson. He reached on a 4-pitch walk earlier. Fitzgerald from the stretch comes set, delivers this one, and that's fouled back off to the right side. Once again, out into the parking lot as you pull into Grace Christian. That's the road that brings it up past the hitting facility that's down there along the right field wall. Fitzgerald delivers this one, swing and a miss from Courtright, and he's going to be down on strikes. Second strikeout victim for Fitzgerald. Now in left fielder, senior number 8, Philip Cole, will stride in. Johnson, the senior, out at first. That one in there for a strike. Certainly want to thank our sponsors, Eagle Federal Credit Union. They have stepped up and helped bring Grace Christian baseball to you. We'll have a commercial and some logoing for them as we start our regular broadcasts. That one swung on and driven right up the middle. Going to get out to the center fielder this time, but a good job of hitting by Philip Cole, who gets the base hit, and that's going to get back to the top of the order. And center fielder number 42, Carson Courtright, who doubled over the center fielder's head to start things off. Where's that familiar number 42 that has been around for a while and just stands in there ready to go? Grown up a lot as this young man since we've watched him and followed him along. Good size to him. Big curveball misses, and Fitzgerald not wanting to really bring that fastball in that Courtright hammered in the first inning for a long double. Standing tall but taking the strike inside, must have just hit that the line on the turf around the batter's box area here. So all the lines are marked and they stay there, and they stay there. That one misses inside. That's an old Wiz Khalifa reference. You catch that, Mike Marlar? Okay. 2 balls, 1 strike. We play bottom of the second. Grace Christian with a 1-0 lead, looking to do a little more damage. Fitzgerald stands in from the stretch and delivers this one. Another curveball inside. Brings back the shades of Coach Jacob Ladner that played on that 2017 state championship. He'd be down at first base because that would have hit that big old elbow armband that he used to wear. Looked like a robot with that armband. He's now coaching down at first for the Warriors. That ball inside, and Courtright is yet to swing the bat in this one, and he's facing a full count because the 2 he's taken have appeared to be inside. Runners down at first and second. Courtright, the leadoff hitter, has a double in this game. Swings on that curveball and lifts it into left field. Got some good travel on it, and it's going to drop in. Courtright looking for his second double of the day. 1 run coming in to score. So give Courtright another double in this one and an RBI. So runners out at second and third now. First swing, and he stayed back on that pitch really well and drove that. Just a solid hitter. Luke Johnson, the junior shortstop, stands in, number 32, ready to go. He grounded back to the pitcher. Luke does as good a job of inside-out hitting as anyone. He can take that inside pitch and drive it to left field and he strides in from the left side. So by inside-outing it, he pushes that into the gap out where the banner is that lists all the accomplishments for the Warriors out here. Strike is there, and infield drawn in this one against the hard-hitting Luke Johnson. And I don't know about this one this early in the game. You know you want to limit the runs, but that one misses outside. I've got 2 balls and a strike here. Scoreboard has 1-1, but I've got 2 balls and 1 strike over here. 2-1 the count, 1 down. Johnson stands in there again, we said, from the left side. Runners out at second and third. 2-0, Grace Christian. That one inside. Luke pulls that one. Gets into the batting circle nearest the fences where the visiting team would be were they out there. Cold day here at Merrill Blackburn Field. Pitches in and misses outside. Full count is what we have in the box. They've got 2-2 on the boards. That one is ripped over there where the aforementioned Coach Ladner stands. And again, he didn't move. The ball was coming at him. If you remember the amount of times that Jacob got hit during his career, he would not get out of the way of one and didn't do it there. Flag out in left center starting to make its way, blowing out just a little bit. Full count once again to Johnson. Curveball taken up high in the top portion of the strike zone. Kenyon Wright will stride in now. We'll see what the freshman first baseman can do for the Warriors. Again, runners on base you want to take care of. That doomed them in that Oakdale loss. They lose that one 4-3 and left, if I remember correctly, 10 runners on base in that game. And that's you got to take advantage of situations, especially early on. You want to come up timely hitting in this one. No, it's a cold day, but you certainly want to be able to put this one into the outfield somewhere. Instead, it goes out to short. Ball's going to be bobbled over there and then thrown away. That will score 1 run. No RBI, as that was an error. Going to give that error to the shortstop in this one as he bobbled it up. So Kenyon Wright reaches on the air there. It was a strikeout victim looking in the first. 3-1 now, and that will bring up Seth Cook, who reached on the error in the first. That throw was bobbled over out at first base, and that allowed Cook to get on, keep that inning going just a little bit. Nothing prevailed in it. There's that curveball, and a steady diet of curveballs from Fitzgerald in this one, trying to keep the Grace Christian batters off balance. That ball misses down low. Got some visitors watching, or some viewers watching us up from New York. So a big hello to the northeast portion of our great country. Fastball is taken for a strike on the outer half. That's that obligatory strike, I guess, if you will. That makes the count 3-1. 2 across here in the bottom of the second, 3-0. The Warriors have the lead. Off and running is Wright. And there's a fake throw to second, snap throw, but Courtright certainly not falling for that one. Cook now has runners out at second and third. Delivery from Fitzgerald. Swing and a miss from Cook. Now fills things up. Three to nothing, bottom of the second. Warriors have the lead. This is Grace Christian baseball on 446 Sports. That one misses low. Courtright thinks about coming in. The ball's going to bobble around to Courtright. Oh, if he wasn't turned around, had a chance to come in and get that one. But we'll be back at third base now. That's going to put Cook down at first base. Kenyon Wright out at second. And Courtright over at third base. Stepping in is the senior, Landon Ami. Landon Ami had a single back in the first inning. Courtesy runner for the pitcher is going to come in, Braden Greer. Braden Greer will come into the game, number 2, to courtesy run. Bases loaded and a big opportunity. Fitzgerald needs to get something done here to keep this where it's at. If you're Grace Christian, here's an opportunity to open things up. Ami with a big hack at it. He was looking to make that thing 7-0 quickly. Ball jumps out of this park pretty well. Not a real deep field, and the ball flies out of here. If you can get a hold to one, you've got a chance to circle the bases. Fitzgerald looks in. That one is there for the strike as well. That was a really solid-looking pitch on the outer half, and now down 0-2 is Ami. Landon Ami, the senior third baseman today. He will pitch some for the Warriors this year also. Bases loaded. Fitzgerald delivery misses outside there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, you still got time to get out here, make it out to the ballpark, and come out and watch this one. You'll get treated to an extra game as Grace and Peabody will do battle in the final game of the day following this one. Fitzgerald delivers, and that's a swing and a miss, and down on strikes is Ami, and that will do it for the Warriors in the bottom half of the second. They pick up 2 runs on 2 hits. 2 runs on 2 hits. They leave the sacks packed after 2. It is Grace Christian 3, Leesville 0 on 446 Sports.
The following things are just plain wrong. Pouring coffee into a light socket. Dressing a 300-pound man in a tiny pink Speedo. And hiring an unqualified employee for your business.
Express Employment Professionals in Alexandria is here to assist you in hiring that right employee or helping you find your perfect career. Apply online at expresspros.com/AlexandriaLA.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau Insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Back to the Burn we go. I am Doug Gann, bringing you Grace Christian baseball here. One of 8 games it will bring from Grace Christian this year, and then follow them into the playoffs also on that run to Sulphur. They're looking to get back down. Squaring around to bunt and rolling out to Cook. He's going to make the play on it, 1-3 over to right. That is Kiker, the first baseman. He grounds out 1-3 if you're scoring at home. Back to the top of the order will be Cunningham. He was a strikeout victim in the first. A lot of folks watching around the country on here, and we appreciate all of you doing that. Take an opportunity if you're watching on Boxcast, as this one is ripped over and a shot at Dupree, but he's able to get out of the way. That ball jumped off the bat just as quick as you've seen one of them. It was a dangerous shot over towards that batting circle. Again, the chat feature is open on our YouTube page and our Boxcast page. You know, on Boxcast TV, is that nothing in one is fouled back quickly 0-2. The chat feature's there, but if you've got a Roku, you can watch it. If you've got an Apple TV or Fire TV, you could find the Boxcast TV app and look for 446 Sports, and you'll be able to watch it on your television set there. 0-2, the count. Cook, the delivery. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strikeout number 2 for Cunningham. That's his second K. Give Cook 5 strikeouts. So the difference in leadoff guys for this team, Carson Courtright is 2 for 2 with a couple of doubles and has led to 3 runs for this Grace Christian team, as that one is in there for strike 1. And leadoff hitter for Leesville is 0-2 with a couple of strikeouts. So your leadoff hitter is so vital in these games. Cook delivers this one, and the attempted bunt from Dupree is no good. Dupree also a strikeout victim in the first. You know, we went back to Carson Courtright, talked about how wearing that familiar number 42. His brother Cameron James wore that back, also a part of that state championship team back in 2017. 2018 graduate and went on to play at Centenary in Shreveport. A beautiful curveball, and that's going to be caught looking, and do it here for Leesville in the top of the third. Nothing across. Another strikeout for Cook. That gives him 6 on the day. We'll be back after this. 3-0. Warriors lead it on 446 Sports.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
It's the perfect time of year to grab everything you need for your big-time fishing partner. Security Sporting Goods at 2220 Memorial Drive in Alexandria has everything you can think of, from Abu Garcia, Lewis Duckett, Zebco, and even Zoom. We even have in stock Old Town kayaks with models like Topwater, Sportsman, and even Vapor. No need to shop anywhere else because Security Sporting Goods has it all. Find us on Facebook, or you can contact us at 318-445-6246. Security Sporting Goods. We have everything from camo to ammo.
Back to work we go here at the Burn. Grace Christian comes to bat in the bottom of the third. Doug Gann alongside with a very impressive Chuck Perkins today on his adding to our broadcast. I figured out how to keep Chuck from making the jokes that he does, and that's to not bring his microphone, not to bring his headset. So actually, I didn't bring mine, so I had to usurp his and took that over. And now that quiets. I can neither confirm nor deny that was planned out or not. Stepping in is going to be the catcher. That is Cody Davis. Cody Davis flew out to right field to end things back in the first inning. That one bounces in front of the plate. Ball one. Fitzgerald has gone the distance, has held the Warriors to just 3, and wriggled out of a couple of opportunities out there. That one, he left the bases loaded in the second. That one driven out to shortstop. Shortstop's going to field it cleanly, but it's been an adventure. They get it. Good play out at first base. Senior number 26, Parker Johnson, stepping in. Again, we will be back here on March the 7th for the game against Rayville, one of a number of games that we'll do here from the Burn. Of course, we called it the Burn. If you're just new to it and following along and you saw one of the games that we're doing, it is Merrill Blackburn Field. It was named after one of the legends of this area here. Passed away a couple of seasons ago, Merrill Blackburn did. Husband of longtime principal Kay Blackburn, who retired just a couple of years ago. Tremendous, tremendous family. So it's Merrill Blackburn Field at Josh Brown Stadium, named after the current head coach, Josh Brown. That one driven out, hit sharply between third base and shortstop, and that is a good, solid base hit from Parker Johnson. Johnson walked in his first appearance, but now has a single to left. Cooper Courtright stands in there, number 11. He was a strikeout victim back in the first. One down here as we play in the bottom of the third. Cooper squaring to bunt. That brings in Nash again at third base, and he squares back. He brings the bat back looking to slash, I guess, for lack of a better term, and he takes that first pitch in there for a strike. Trying to advance the runner, trying to bring this infield in. The second baseman and shortstop, no, don't move. Quick throw over to first from Fitzgerald, but quickly back in is Johnson. Shortstop, second baseman out at double play depth where they have stayed a lot of this game with the amount of base runners the Warriors have had, but crashing in at third base. Good curveball, and that curveball is when Fitzgerald throws that curveball, it's one of the better ones we've seen. Not characteristic to some of those that you've seen here at Grace through the years at 12-6, but this is more of that overhand curveball that just does what a lot of curveball does, and it kind of sinks away, simulating somewhere between a slow curve type of a setup that is a really effective pitch for Fitzgerald, and that's going to get the strikeout there on Cooper Courtright, his second K of the game, and that will bring Phillip Cole in. Cole has a base hit back in the second. Swing and a miss there. Good hack at it by Cole. It's a good base hit by Parker Johnson, but it was sandwiched around a couple of outs. We'll see if Cole can deliver here. There's that curveball again. Misses that one outside. That one started more middle of the plate, and when his curveball is effective as Fitzgerald's, it starts out towards the batter on the inside of the box and ducks out over the plate. When he starts at middle of the plate, it has a hard time of grabbing any of the plate. There's that curveball now, and he had to adjust on that one. That ball gets down the first base line on a snap throw from the catcher. Quickly up and looking is Johnson to his third base coach, Coach Brown, and going nowhere. But it was a snap throw. Good idea from the catcher, Hazel, but puts that ball down the right field line and allows Johnson to get out into scoring position. Excited to bring you Grace Christian baseball throughout the year. Remember, Eagle Federal Credit Union, a big sponsor of Grace Christian baseball. That was delivered in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Cole. And that was, I think, one of the better pitches at Cole. Now at 2-2, Fitzgerald has an opportunity to throw that curveball in there. If he starts it out at the inside of Cole and lets it dip down in, he's got a shot to get him retired. Exactly what he threw, but just missed on it. Now it fills the count up at 3-2. But, young man, that's exactly what I'd have thrown in that situation, too. just missed off to the inside. Had a little more snap to it, so it was unable to really slowly break into the zone. Full count, you're thinking fastball here. There it is, misses low on that one, and that's going to send Cole down to first base. And look, this is a position you want to be in if you're a Grace Christian. You've got Carson Courtright striding the plate. He's got a couple of doubles on the day and hit the ball on the screws both times that he's hit it, and that's going to send coach for Leesville out and say, look, we've seen this guy a couple of times. That may do it for him, not sure. He's looking at coach from Leesville looking out into the outfield. Coach Smith is talking to his catcher and to his pitcher there, wanting to settle him down just a little bit, tell him, hey, work on the batter. But what you've got in the batter is a guy that's got a run scored and an RBI on the day and has been pounding the baseball as well as anybody has on the day. And look like you're going to have a three-way switch here as the center fielder comes rushing in. For the catcher to go off, you got to believe the catcher may be going out to the mound. And that's going to bring in perhaps your center fielder in to catch in this one. But I don't know. We'll let it sort itself out. Center fielder is going to go to the mound. That's Dupree. Dupree will move from center. And got to believe then that chases and puts Fitzgerald back behind the plate. The only reason that you would have brought your catcher in is if you're making the switch back at catcher. And moves the left fielder into center field. So a lot of changes, wholesale changes in this one by making that pitching change. But now we will see Dupree. Runners out at all over are still the responsibility of Fitzgerald. We're going to leave it here and let you watch Dupree warm up just a little bit. Don't go anywhere. We are back here, and again we did. Dupree comes in from center field now from the left side. He is going to see runners at first and second, staring right over at the first baseman or first base and Cole. And here comes Carson Courtright. We'll see if Carson's able to continue his hot hitting today. That one misses on the outside, and we saw a lot of that from Dupree in those warm-up pitches that he took, was leaving a lot of them on the outer half of it. But I tell you, Courtright can take the ball to the tennis courts, the old tennis courts. I'm showing my age. Here's the delivery. That one in there taking a strike a little high on this. Courtright looks back just wondering where it was. The umpire doing what umpires do, not giving any response. Here's the delivery. That one is hammered straight up. Center fielder, he's going to be there for it, and that was Dupree, who came in out of center field to do his job, so you knew there wasn't anyone who was going to call him off of that fly ball. Comes in and gets Courtright to pop up. Warriors with another base hit. They strand another two. That is 6 base runners stranded for the Warriors through 3 innings. They still lead 3-0. Back after this on 446 Sports.
The following things are just plain wrong. Pouring coffee into a light socket. Dressing a 300-pound man in a tiny pink Speedo. And hiring an unqualified employee for your business.
Express Employment Professionals in Alexandria is here to assist you in hiring that right employee or helping you find your perfect career. Apply online at expresspros.com/AlexandriaLA.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hall. Learn more about how Farm Bureau Insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Back to the burn we go. I am Doug Gann, bringing you Grace Christian Warrior Baseball. Cook on the hill, staked to a 3-0 lead. Fitzgerald, who has moved to catcher for Leesville, stands in there to lead things off in the top of the fourth. Good mix there by Cook to start off with a curveball. He's been dominant in starting off with that fastball. Delivers a curveball, but the second time that Fitzgerald has seen Cook. Cook rears back, delivers this one. That one misses way outside. And Davis will have to scamper over to the right side to pick that up right in front of the cutaway fence that is here at Grace Christian. A lot of character to this ballpark out at Grace Christian with the wooden fence that was replaced after the hurricane took down the big green one. Oh, ball misses just inside. I think they were all looking away again at that one. Snuck that one in. But if you're looking away, that inside pitch looks even more inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Catch that. 2 balls, 1 strike from Cook. That one is driven into left field. Fitzgerald with a screamer down the line. Good throw off his legs. And what a tremendous play to hold Fitzgerald to just 1. Great work out in left field. Philip Cole, who gets that and throws from his knees. Tremendous work out in left. And if he does not get that throw in quick enough, you see Fitzgerald go to second base, and now instead the double play is kept in order. Cook peers in over at first and now delivers to the plate. Swing and a miss there from Hazel. Hazel flew out to second in his first at bat. Got to think you're shifting on Fitzgerald next time he comes up. He reached on that base hit to left. His first one was an error by the third baseman. So if you can incorporate that shift, you certainly do it on Fitzgerald the next time he comes up. Cook, 0-2. Big curveball leaned into and is going to hit Hazel on the uniform portion of it. The curveball, and that gets the first 2 runners on for this Leesville team. Standing in is going to be Nash. Nash, the recipient of a walk in his first at bat back in the first. Turning and looking to bunt. Runners at first and second, so a little bit of concern as we go to the top of the fourth for Leesville. That one is taken in there, a strike. Nothing into the count. Cook needs to get this one, keep the double play there and roll one up. Timeout called for by the batter, Nash. Nash, another one of those good-looking prospects. He's out at third base, walked his last time up. That one misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes, correct. You see it up there in the corner of the screen. Good job, our producer Chuck Perkins and color analyst most of the time until I don't bring his stuff with him. Right? Again, you'll see the sponsors rotating in the corner. We will begin our coverage, our actual coverage, with the Rayville game on March the 7th, and we'll welcome on our sponsor, Eagle Federal Credit Union, to that one. That one fouled off to the right side between the first base coach and that Leesville dugout. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Warriors with a 3-0 lead. Top of the fourth we play. That one misses low 2 balls, 2 strikes. Blustery day out here and just getting colder. It'll certainly be that way for that 5 o'clock-ish game for the Warriors. Curveball back to Cook. Cook's going to spin and go to second with it. What an amazing play out there on the mound by Cook. You don't expect that play, but I mean, he was thinking of firing. Tremendous job out at shortstop by Johnson to come over there and pick that up. You know, normally a ball that's hit back to the pitcher, you're not thinking about getting the lead runner out at second, especially when that runner was going down to third. But great job of whirling and throwing back, and Luke Johnson out there covering it short. 1 down now, runners at first and third. That's Fitzgerald over at third. Hazel erased on the fielder's choice. And now Nash out at first, over at first on that. I get in trouble for saying out at first by people. They give me grief at that. Causey stands in there, another lefty for this Leesville team. Good fastball, but it misses away. 1 ball, no strikes. Cook. Don't think he's had the control that he had in that opening game against St. Joe's. Fakes the old third to first. Nothing doing there. I'm on record as the only person that got out on that in T-ball on the third to first. How about that? Right. 1-0 the count. Good pitch. Swing and a miss. I'd like to thank everyone that is watching this one. If you're watching over on our YouTube page, go up there and hit that like and subscribe. Also, that bell, that'll let you know any time that we go live. But your sharing and liking and subscribing there, they're going to have him. Yeah, that's that play that we said never works, and it's going to work. But they're going to trade an out for a run if they get the out, and they do. They'll trade the run for the out there, make it 3-1 now. And the second out is assessed. So Fitzgerald comes home in that rundown. And Grace used to have a play that they did like that. They'd have the run at first, go out there and fall down and get an intentional rundown. And scored a lot of runs through the years on that play. Oh, Mike Williams did that the best. He would fall. They would bring him in just to fall down and do that, and he did it well. Swing and a miss there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 down here. 1 run across for Leesville in top half of the 4th. They trail 3-1. Just a slow-moving, methodical game this one is. That is the game of baseball. That one is in there. Strike 3. Strikeout looking. Leesville picks up a run in the top of the 4th. Grace Christian still leads at 3-1 after 3.5. We go to the bottom of the 4th. We'll be back right after this.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
It's the perfect time of year to grab everything you need for your big-time fishing partner. Security Sporting Goods at 2220 Memorial Drive in Alexandria has everything you can think of from Abu Garcia, Lewis Duckett, Zebco, and even Zoom. We even have in stock Old Town kayaks with models like Topwater, Sportsman, and even Vapor. No need to shop anywhere else because Security Sporting Goods has it all. Find us on Facebook, or you can contact us at 318-445-6246. Security Sporting Goods. We have everything from camo to ammo.
Back to Merrill Blackburn Field we go. Warriors getting ready to bat in the bottom of the 4th. You saw that commercial from BK Distributors. Big special coming up from BK in the month of March. 2-sided, double-sided yard signs with the stake, full color, whatever you want. $5.25 a piece in groups of 100. So make sure that if you have some needs throughout the year, here's your chance to save about $1 a sign. Stepping in from the left side is Luke Johnson. Luke Johnson stands in there. Remember, Courtright came up and ended things in the bottom of the third, flight out when Dupree came in to pitch in relief of Fitzgerald. So give 3 runs on the day to Fitzgerald in his pitching. 2 of those were unearned runs. So credit Fitzgerald with just the one earned run on the day, but he leaves trailing 3-1. 2 balls and a strike, nobody out. Leadoff hitter Luke Johnson bats from the left side of this one. Remember, we told you that he was a switch hitter, has batted the first couple of times from the left side, switches around to the right, and not a bit of drop down on Luke from either side of the plate. Just a big, solid hitter that hits with as much power from either side and just drives the ball, line drives into the gap, whichever side of the plate that he's on. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We'll see what Luke's got here as he faces the pitch from Dupree. Curveball misses up and away. Grounded out pitcher to first and back in the first and had a strikeout looking, did Johnson. Would like to see him get unhinged. Second strikeout of the day, though. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts is Luke Johnson. Canyon Wright, the first baseman, will step in there. He also is 0 for 2 on the day. Reached back in the third or the second on an error. So he's got a strikeout looking at an error, or reached on an error. Ball is up. Umpire giving the upper half of the zone all the way up to the numbers on there. You don't see a lot of umpires that will call up there, but certainly is in the strike zone, and that's one of those things you're going to have to adjust to as a batter. It's coming in at the hands. You know, they always tell you nothing above the hands, but anything between the hands and the belt you're having to hack at today because they're being called. That one misses, though, inside. You saw that curveball by Fitzgerald on display on that throwback from the catcher there as he's moved back into the catcher spot. Still had a little movement on it from back there. That one is lifted out into the gap, going way back, and that ball is going to be gone. That is a solo shot from the freshman, number 10, Canyon Wright. Told you that ball jumps out of this ballpark here, and that did that just to the right side of the scoreboard. Getting mobbed there by his teammates, and that's what you want to see. Well, just a game that is one of those, you know, he comes in and bats with nobody on. The Warriors have had runners on in most of the innings. That time Canyon was up there with the bases cleared, but deposits it over the right center field fence, and that's going to bring Cook in there. Cook on the hill. Hill said, I'll take that run back. And now it is 4-1, Warriors lead in the bottom of the fourth. Don't forget a lot of basketball coming on at the Coliseum this weekend. The Red River Athletic Conference starts their conference tournament. That's LSUA's men and women and Louisiana Christian University's men and women. No balls, 2 strikes to Cook. Back to that in just a moment. That one is inside, and he's got to kind of matrix out of there for that. LSUA's men and women, and LSUA is the host team, I guess, in that one. Louisiana Christian University made their way into it. That was on the outside corner, and that's a strikeout looking. Cook now 0 for 2 on the day. He reached on an error back in the first, and he's got a walk in there. Landon Ami will stand in there, had a base hit back in the first and a strikeout in the third. And Dupree has come on and has thrown the ball well. That one there on the outer half for a strike. Really, the only mistake he had was that fastball that he threw to Wright that Wright promptly deposited out there by the old YMCA. That one driven out to shortstop. Play is going to be made over at first, and that will do it for the Warriors. The big blow in this one, the freshman Canyon Wright hits the home run out to right center, and that pushes the lead back to 3, make it 4-1 after 4. Grace Christian with the lead. Back after this on 446 Sports.
The following things are just plain wrong. Pouring coffee into a light socket. Dressing a 300-pound man in a tiny pink Speedo. And hiring an unqualified employee for your business.
Express Employment Professionals in Alexandria is here to assist you in hiring that right employee or helping you find your perfect career. Apply online at expresspros.com/AlexandriaLA.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Rolling along into the top of the 5th we go. Grace Christian behind a solid pitching performance from Seth Cook. He's 1-0 on the season. The big blow that inning prior was the Canyon Wright home run. Put a real shot into it. It was a no-doubter there, and some activity out behind the fence getting that home run ball. Leading off for Leesville is going to be number 26, Smith. He is the right fielder. Looking to bunt and chases after that one, and I'm telling you, I believe Landon would have caught that in the air had that ball been popped up, or actually taken it off of the bat he was in so far on that one. Landon Ami charging in hard from third base. Not this time, as Smith does not square around to bunt on that one. Well, back to baseball we go. We proud that you're here with us. Do over 100 games a year on 446 Sports, from basketball to baseball to softball to there's a swing and a miss too, so we can work all of that in. Football, of course, and then we're going to do a lot of things with the ASL Athletics. That's the Association of Christian Educators of Louisiana, and all of their state championships. So blessed beyond belief. Cook delivers the 1-2, misses inside. Smith now evens things up at 2-2. Leesville got their first run in the top of the 4th. Grace went and got it right back with that Canyon Wright home run. Cook now delivers. That one fouled out of play down the left field line near the bullpens. It actually goes off of the metal that's been added overhang by the home stands. Two balls, two strikes. Cook peering in, delivers, swing and a miss. 7th strikeout and the 2nd for Smith. So Cook has struck out Cunningham twice, Dupree twice, and Smith twice, and Causey has added one. That's 7 strikeouts for Cook. Deals this one down low, 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the 5th we go. Wompus Cats trailing 4-1. Cook rears back, delivers the 1-0. That one right down the middle, strike 1. And that's just that good, solid fastball that you saw Cook get going early on, which led to the first couple of strikeouts in it. Looking down and slipping, looked like he just tried to overthrow that one just a little bit, maybe hang on to it a little longer than he wanted to, and he'll go and get some dirt and adjust and refocus himself and ready to go. 2-1, the delivery, and might need a little more dirt on that one. That one slips inside, and Cook puts that right between the number of number 2, Nichols, the second baseman. And I'm going to tell you, that's going to hurt on a cold day, because that wasn't the curveball that got him in the back. That was a straight fastball from Cook. And yeah, the sophomore Sophomore missed that one inside. That's going to be the number 9 hitter, Kiker, that comes up. He ground out back in the third, or back in the second, correction, to Cook at first. So 1-3, the put out. Good lead over at first. Cook's going to go over there and see it. Oh, and he dives back in safely. Everybody thought he had it except the official, and that's the only one that gets to matter in this one. But Cook had Nichols napping just a bit over at first base. Lights starting to make their way on here. Been an overcast day. Got him again. Oh, the ball drops in shy. They had him again. But Nichols really extending that lead over at first. This time it's that secondary lead that he gets is the longer one. Jumping out and doing that and getting the bunt down. Now nobody at third. He's going to have to go back that way, and he'll get settled in again. 1-3 on the ground out by Kiker. This time scored a sacrifice, and that'll get it back up to Cunningham at the top of the order. With a runner out at second base, Cunningham has been unable to do anything with Cook today, as he is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Both strikeouts were swinging, though, so he's up there getting after it. That one misses low from Seth. Seth looking into the dugout, getting an idea of what Coach Brown wants. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner back at second base is Nichols. Yeah, they'll check. Yeah, swing and a miss there. And unable to get down, and that's going to send Smith, or correction, Nichols down to third with no throw. Got away from the catcher right below us. See what they call that. Looked like they had called it the strike. Cook delivers this one. That one's fouled off, no doubt about it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 down here. This is where Seth can really come with anything that he wants to. Looks to switch the ball. Maybe wasn't able to get the grip on the seams that he wanted to. Cold day like this, you want to be able to feel those seams with your fingers. That lets you think perhaps that curveball is going to be snapped off from the inside. Cook delivers the 1-2. And there it is. That's a curveball, strike 3. Third strikeout for Cunningham. And that's 8 now for Cook. They leave him in, but score nothing. 4-1 it remains. We go to the bottom of the 5th. We'll be back on 446 Sports.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
It's the perfect time of year to grab everything you need for your big-time fishing partner. Security Sporting Goods at 2220 Memorial Drive in Alexandria has everything you can think of from Abu Garcia, Lewis Duckett, Zebco, and even Zoom. We even have in stock Old Town kayaks with models like Topwater, Sportsman, and even Vapor. No need to shop anywhere else because Security Sporting Goods has it all. Find us on Facebook, or you can contact us at 318-445-6246. Security Sporting Goods. We have everything from camo to ammo.
Sounds of Sweet Caroline cascading through the ballpark, and it's hard to come to any baseball game at any level and not hear Sweet Caroline being played. Bump, 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 bump. Bottom of the 5th we go, 4-1. Catcher Cody Davis standing in there. Got a visit from Mama Cook just moments ago. She gave me that look like, hey, I'm watching you just so you know that I got my eyes and my ears on you, she says. So great to see her again up here too. Again, we told you what a great Grace Christian family that is. 0-1 to Davis. Dupree still on the heel. He throws from the left side, and he has been very productive. About the only mistake that we saw was that pitch that he threw to Canyon Wright, that Wright took over the right center wall. Curveball again misses up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the delivery from Dupree. Misses up high, evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, basketball all day at the Coliseum tomorrow in the afternoon. Semifinals, swing and a miss there. Strikeout Davis. 3rd strikeout for Dupree. Parker Johnson will stand in there ready to go. Parker has a base hit and a walk on the day, 1 for 1. Again, the Red River Athletic Conference tournament will see 8 games tomorrow, 2 semifinal games, each men and women Monday, and the championship games on Tuesday. That one misses up high. So if you're looking for something to do on your Sunday afternoon, Sunday morning, head on out to the Coliseum and watch some basketball. Then if you're in town, don't forget the Crew Parade is tomorrow afternoon. It will roll at 2 o'clock. Been a big Mardi Gras weekend around central Louisiana. Of course, had Taste of Mardi Gras last night. Takes that one up high, but strike across the upper half of the zone. And we told you that that umpire will call them on the entire portion of the strike zone. That one is there as well. I get most of the guys that you see are used to seeing that pitch inside the numbers, I guess you will, up near the elbows and the hands as a ball, but it's been called a strike throughout. Swing and a miss there, back-to-back strikeouts for Dupree. And Dupree is rolling the strikeouts up. That's 5 for him through two complete innings. Remember, he came in the 3rd with 2 outs in the 3rd and got Courtright to pop up, then gave up the home run 2 batters later in the 4th, but has mown through the first 2 Warrior batters in the bottom of the 5th. That one misses outside to second baseman Cooper Courtright. Fitzgerald delivers this one. Hung on to that one a little bit. That was kind of a cross between his fastball and curveball that really didn't have a shot at a strike or the strike zone, and he falls behind 2-0 quickly to Courtright. Here's the delivery. Courtright standing in there, taking till he gets a strike. Now you can believe out of the 8 hole, it is 3-0 to Courtright, and he will stand in there till and make Dupree throw him one. Dupree does. That one's up high. Again, the roof of the strike zone, if you will. 3 balls and a strike, 2 down. Warriors looking for something on 2 here. That one misses outside, going to send Cooper down to first base. And that will get Phillip Cole into the box. Phillip's 1 for 1 on the day. He's got a base hit and a walk. Good to see that young man grow into a player that he is. He's been around this program for a number of years. That's Phillip Cole, now a senior. That one is on the upper half of the strike zone is being called. Again, we've been talking about that throughout the day. Both pitchers are recipients of that high strike, and you got to think they're going to try to make a living up there. That one there as well. A little bit more to the inside, but upper half, and it's 0-2 to Cole. Cole's going to have to choke up a little bit and just make some contact, put this into play. Good gap between first and second base. Fouls that one straight back to where we were. Got to remind the music guy that there's net and a gate and all of that in front of him. It's not going to hit him here. Nothing until I don't think that ever grows old, though, of moving. No matter how many fences and gates are between you and the baseball, you're still ducking and running. That's just instinct. 0-2 to Cole. 2 down here, bottom of the 5th. Big curveball misses up high, and it's just been a steady diet of curveballs from Dupree to the bottom half of the order, and you don't normally see that. Normally you'd see more fastballs to your 8 and 9 hole hitters. but it's been fastballs or it's been curveballs. That one is fouled off. It looks like it hit Cole as he swung around. High ball is going to be thrown into right field. Again, that's why you run them out. Cole will reach on the error there. They'll score that. Throw was a little bit high, but you're supposed to be able to catch that. E1 is there. Dupree wound up through his fastball, so Courtright popped up with the bases loaded. He left 3 runners on base the last time he saw Dupree. Now he's got runners out at second and third. Warriors need to push these runners across. And again, you see Dupree getting another baseball on there. What you're finding is this cold is numbing the fingers just a little bit, and you want to make sure that you've got a good grip on the ball. You certainly don't want to lose any bit of grip or control over that ball as you're serving it into an opposing batter. That one misses inside. Looked like it bounced low. 1 ball, no strikes. First base is open, but you certainly don't want to just let Courtright get down there. Although Johnson's 0-3, that's not going to continue. Misses that one inside, and Courtright doesn't move. Look, you talk about a man that has grown up in this program. That is Carson Courtright. He's been around since he was much smaller than he is now, running around. 2 balls, 1 strike to Courtright. Prototypical center fielder and leadoff hitter for this Warrior ball club. He's had a long, storied history of solid center fielders through the years. Courtright now 3-1. And don't be fooled by that 0-3 start by Johnson and think you can pitch around Courtright here. That's good curveball, and a 3-1 curveball. It lets you know that that's the pitch. So you've got to be looking curveball here at 3-2. Again, look for another one of those. Sit back on it if you're Courtright. He does adjust to the fastball. Ball's going to be hammered out in front of the plate. Going to throw it away down the line again, and that one. Yeah, when the official's got his hand up like that, that lets you know that first base was not touched, and now he takes his hand down because he gave the signal long enough. And now he pulls it down. They'll go back and make the adjustment here, and that's the signal when the official puts that hand out. Hey, what? Two runs come across. And that'll bring Luke Johnson up there, and that's an error on the – I guess we're going to give that on the first baseman who was inside. You saw his glove get knocked off by Courtright, who was going downfield. Obstruction was what the call was going to be called out there should anything come up. But the result of the play is Courtright out at second base. The throw – there's a spin around and back to second. The throw – on that play went into the line and had to as it was thrown up the line from the pitcher as that ball got hit into the turf right in front of home plate over there, and you saw the first baseman's glove get knocked off. That's what would have led to the obstruction call. And now Johnson down 0-1. Johnson with a couple of strikeouts, and you see the body language of Luke just not pleased with himself on the day. Swinging a miss, and he's trying to make up for it. And when you get, it's almost like he's a pitch behind in what he's doing. And when you get that kind of a rhythm going, you really need to just clear your head and get you a good one to hack at. Inside misses there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No RBIs on the play as it was ruled an error. 6-1 though the lead for the Warriors. And that's right up the middle, going to be hit from the pitcher over to second base. Good job of the second baseman. And just a bad luck hit for Johnson as that ball was going out to center field. Happened to cream off of the pitcher over to second base where the play was made. Score that 1-4-3 if you're scoring at home. 6-1, Warriors lead it after 5 complete. Back for the top of the 6th after this on 446 Sports.
The following things are just plain wrong. Pouring coffee into a light socket. Dressing a 300-pound man in a tiny pink Speedo. And hiring an unqualified employee for your business.
Express Employment Professionals in Alexandria is here to assist you in hiring that right employee or helping you find your perfect career. Apply online at expresspros.com/AlexandriaLA.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hall. Learn more about how Farm Bureau Insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Baseball at the Burn rolls on. I am Doug Gann, bringing you Grace Christian Baseball. Big shout out to my producer, Chuck Perkins, getting all the camera angles and the graphics and keeping up with everything going here. Leesville comes to the plate in the top of the sixth. Cook still on the mound, and he's rolling. Throws that one in there for strike one. Leading off for Leesville is going to be number one, Dupree. He came in from center field to pitch and has thrown some dandy work. Gets this one over to Ami at third, bobbles it, going to recover. Throw over to first in time for the out. Good job, good arm by Landon over at third base. And there's Canyon Wright stretching and making that play. Big, solid-looking prospect over there is Canyon Wright. Canyon had the home run earlier on the day. Just a freshman is number 10, Canyon Wright, but he fits the mold of a big, solid, hard-slugging first baseman. Cook ready to deliver on this one, and does. Curveball misses just up high, trying to live in the top half of the strike zone, but that one just stayed elevated some. That'll bring Fitzgerald in there. Fitzgerald started on the hill, was credited with the 3 runs, only one of them earned. Had a base hit in his next trip on there. Gave way to Dupree back in the third, and they've each given up 3 runs. That one staying in on the curveball and hitting it down the third base line between Ami and the bag. And Fitzgerald hustling down again for second and was held to a single the last time he did that. This time he rips a double. And I got to tell you, you put all 7 defenders that are free over there the next time he bats, because he's been ripping the ball down that left field line every single time. Not a bit of opposite field hitting from Fitzgerald at all. That's going to bring Hazel in. Hazel, the catcher in this one, started out as the catcher, moved out of there once Fitzgerald came into the game. Fitzgerald, big, impressive hitter for this Leesville team, does a lot for him. Started on the hill, went to catcher, and has been pounding the baseball. Swing and a miss. Hazel, the cleanup hitter for Leesville, for the Wompus Cats. Again, our scoreboard brought to you by Louisiana Eye and Laser Center. They scoreboard sponsors here, and Coach Brown quickly coming out noticed something. Anytime you see him come out that quick, he noticed something that he wanted to correct in the motion and the movement of Cook, and just talk to him a little bit about it. And don't think that that old Jimmy ain't that somebody ain't thinking about old Jimmy at this point in time either. Been around Grace baseball a long time, and I know that anytime he comes out to the hill, they are not wasted trips. I assure you that. That one is driven out to center field and way back. That's going to bounce off the base of that center field wall. Fitzgerald's going to come around and score, and the ball gets worked back in, and Hazel hammers that one out to the fence. Goodness. 6-2 now in this one, and that ball was hit as hard as we've seen one hit on the day for the Wompus Cats. That prior pitch to Fitzgerald was a solid one, but that one from Hazel was hammered. calling time here. Don't know what the cause for it was. Cook looks in once again. 6-2, the Warriors have the lead. That curveball misses up high, and a good job of ducking out of the way by Nash, or he'd have been out on first base. You have to try to avoid it. The days of standing in there are gone. Swing and a miss from Nash. Runner out at second is Hazel. He has the RBI double this inning. Swing and a miss from Nash. Cook, 8 strikeouts on the day. Would really like to add another one here. Fastball misses low, no advancement. And you got to believe Seth needs this strikeout here, needs to get an out right here to put Coach Brown at ease just a little bit, because it's a couple of hard-hit balls. That one misses inside, runs the count full. Just a stable of arms for Coach Brown and this Grace Christian team, a number of players that he can go to, but he wants Seth to work through this, and Cook does. Gets the strikeout, and how fitting, strikeout number 9 against number 9, Nash. 2 down here, top of the 6. We'll play 7 in this one. Again, Grace will follow this game up with the game against the Warhorses of Peabody. This will be our only game we cover today. That one is lifted foul. Going to be down the third base line back towards the bus that brought the folks here from Leesville. 0-1, 9 strikeouts on the day for Cook. Give him 26 on the season now through 2 outings. Good curveball outer half from Cook. And now 0-2. You've got anything in your arsenal. Cook likes to go against those left-handed batters, a high outside pitch, and try to get him to chase. We'll see what happens here. Cook, high outside delivery, no chase from Nash, or Causey that's in there. Causey stands in there ready to go. Now you've got him looking away. You come back if you're Cook with something on the inner half of it. Maybe start that curveball middle of the plate. Throws a fastball. That's going to get out to second base and Courtright. He'll field it cleanly there. Over to first and right. Scoops and sells it good. Just get up, and when you know you've made the play, hop off there. Very impressed with the play of the young freshman number 10, Canyon Wright. Look for some big things out of him this season and beyond as another solid fixture over there at first base. Back after this on 446 Sports.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
It's the perfect time of year to grab everything you need for your big-time fishing partner. Security Sporting Goods at 2220 Memorial Drive in Alexandria has everything you can think of from Abu Garcia, Lewis Duckett, Zebco, and even Zoom. We even have in stock Old Town kayaks with models like Topwater, Sportsman, and even Vapor. No need to shop anywhere else because Security Sporting Goods has it all. Find us on Facebook, or you can contact us at 318-445-6246. Security Sporting Goods. We have everything from camo to ammo.
We're thankful for a lot of things, and baseball being back is one of those, and one headset and one microphone is another. A lot of things you hear up in the press box on there, and goodness. Again, a big shout out to all of those people that have watched this one. If you've went back and watched it after the game to see things on it, we appreciate you for going back and doing that. Of course, you see the donation button through Boxcast. We don't ever ask for any sort of donation, but if you feel so inclined, you can just hit that donation button, and anything from $1 to whatever you feel like certainly goes towards the production costs on here. Canyon Wright, who made that good play out at first just moments ago and had the homer his last time up, leads things off in the bottom of the 6th. Watches that one. New pitcher in the game for the Wompus Cats. That is Nash, number 9. He was the third baseman in this one. Turned around back now from the right side. We'll see what Canyon's able to do with this one. Homered off of Dupree his last time up. Dupree pitching from the left side, so they switch around and bring a different sided arm against Canyon Wright. Good fastball through there. That's one of those that you think that Canyon could have taken over that Canes sign out in right out in front of the batting cage. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. The delivery bounces off of the turf and up to the catcher. Canyon able to pick it up and give it over to the catcher. Again, Warriors will play right after this. Will not cover that one. We'll be back here March 7th for that Rayville game. One of 7 more games that we have set up, plus the playoffs. We'll follow Grace Christian all the way to the championship this year. As long as they're playing, we're covering them. Won't cover all of the home games, but we'll cover a number of those for the Warriors this season. Looking in and delivering is Nash. Swing and a miss. Fouled it off, though, just outside. And I don't know if the very end of the bat got a piece of that one. Fine-looking young man is Canyon Wright. Plays first base well and holds and swings the bat well. Nash set to deliver the payoff pitch. Stayed back on the curveball, did right, and takes it in there for ball 4, and that'll be a leadoff walk. It's going to get Seth Cook there, pitcher for the Warriors, as 0-for-2 at the plate. Has an error back to the first baseman and struck out looking in his last at bat. Sandwiched in there was a base on balls. Cook would like to do a little damage here and add to the production for these Warriors. Warriors just 6 runs away from perhaps ending this one early. You say that, but these Warriors are set to bunch runs together. They score runs in a hurry, and they have through their history. That ball misses outside. A little bit of a curveball, but it looked like it was placed more than it was really thrown in there. And Nash, we know, has a very solid arm, but he has to throw that curveball the same way he throws that fastball. He's changing his motion and his delivery just a little bit. He doesn't throw with the same arm motion on that curveball that he does on his fastball. We'll see if the Warriors are able to pick up on that just a little bit. Cook stands in there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner out at first is Wright. He had the walk. That one is ripped over to second baseman's head. He got a shot to get to the wall. Cut off there by the right fielder, and Wright, hustling around second base, was running off with the pitch. The throw gets by the shortstop, and that's going to get Cook down into second base. Good piece of hitting by Seth, but even better base running by Wright and by Cook. And you're going to get a courtesy runner to come in now for Seth. See who's going to make his way out of there. Braden Greer, number 2, will come out and run for Seth Cook, and that's going to bring into the plate number 27, or correction, 27, Landon Ami. Infield drawn in again. We saw this in the first inning. You knew they would do it here in the 6th. And look, you know, go back to a game. It's a 4-run game, and we've talked, just seen through the years. You say, okay, this late in the game, the Warriors need 5 or 6 runs to get the 10-run rule in effect. Look, again, they score runs in bunches, and this game can go from 6-2 to 12-2 in no time. That one fouled back. Good piece just to stay on it by Ami. One thing that's a worn-out cliche in baseball, but hitting is contagious, and all it takes is a couple to start falling. Infield drawn in, it starts to build for those scenarios that the Warriors can string some base hits together. Nash delivers this one, and just like that, it's hit past the drawn-in infield. That's going to get 1 run in. Another run is coming around, and that is going to be Greer, who the pinch runner that comes around to score. And that 2 RBI single by Landon Ami gets this thing back out to 8-2. And, you know, you go back to that drawn-in infield that we talked about there. As Cody Davis stands in there, if the infield is back, they probably make that play and keep the runner at third. But because the third baseman in the entire infield was brought in, that hard shot from Ami got right by him and scored a couple of runs. Ami, you believe, swinging a miss on that curveball up high by Davis. You got to think that Ami will be off and running because Brown will look to get everybody into scoring position and generate the runs as quick as he can. He knows where they have to get to get the 10 runs. That one in there for strike 2. Good-looking pitch. Cody Davis, the sophomore catcher for the Warriors, has a base hit on the day to go with a walk. That one just tipped foul. Is going to roll out in front of the Grace Christian dugout. Standing in there on deck, Parker Johnson, another one of these hard-hitting Warriors. Got to get through Davis first. Curveball misses on the outer half. And again, good job of recognizing that curveball. The curveballs that Leesville throws seem to be the same type of curveball. They started out in the middle of the plate. It's going to get out of the strike zone. Started out to the inside. It's got a chance of coming across the plate. Here's a delivery. Swing and a miss there. That'll go down on strikes. Will Cody Davis, and that's going to bring Parker Johnson to the plate. Parker Johnson will stride in for the Warriors. Ami still out at first base. A little surprised that he is still there and hasn't taken off towards second. Again, good arm behind the plate in Fitzgerald. Curveball right in there. And that's the difference. We told you that curveball. He started that one out on the inner half of the plate, and it breaks over to the middle. So you've got to recognize when that ball starts on the inside, there's a good chance it's curving back over the plate and stay on top of it. Fastball there. There goes Ami. He's going to be in there in front of the throw. Good throw as we suspected from Fitzgerald. Pitch was called a strike, so it's 0-2. Warriors lead this one 8-2. You see the Louisiana Eye and Laser scoreboard up in the top right-hand corner. That one is fouled back there. You see a good look at it. Again, if you're new to 446 Sports, we love you to zip on over to our Facebook page and give us a follow. You'll see the link posted on all of the games that we do that will be on our Facebook page. Also, just bookmark our Boxcast TV channel to be kept up with everything that's going on. Good look at Nash there. Ball bounces around. It's going to hit him, and that will send Parker down to first base. Cooper Courtright will stride in. We'll see if he can get his day started on. Hasn't been a productive day at the plate for the younger Courtright, but he's due in this one, they'll say. Just an 8th grader. And you've seen players that have made their way. Luke Johnson was one of those as an 8th grader that played early in their season, now up to his junior year. and just have become solid players through the years. Anytime you can crack this lineup, and that's part of a smaller school, you get the opportunity to play at a younger age and just build for that. And historically, that's where the Warriors have been successful. First base crashing in ahead of a Courtright bunt. Takes this one. Third base getting down there. And they're out at third base, and it doesn't look like that Parker slid, or correction, that's Ami slid, but he is slow to get up. Looks like slid just a little late. And they're tending to Ami down the third base side in front of the dugout, and we'll keep our camera away from it, as we don't ever put the camera on the injuries at all, just out of respect for the player that's on there. But they're going to lift Ami up and help him into the dugout. And you saw that late slide leads to ankle type of thing. You don't want to speculate on anything like that, but good to see him up. But again, that was Fitzgerald throwing him out at third base. And we talked about the arm on Fitzgerald back there behind the plate. Eight to 2 in this one. 0-2 the count. Again, standing in is Courtright. Still stands in there. We'll see what he's able to do. One ball, 2 strikes to Courtright. We'll see what he's able to do here. That ball misses on the outer half. Grace Christian 8. Leesville 2, bottom of the 6th. That one misses down low as well. Now it runs at full. We play in the bottom of the 6th in this one, scheduled for 7. The Warriors can end it here or in the top of the 7th with 3 outs. They lead at 8-2. Been a very productive game for the Warriors. There's Courtright and a good play over there at third base. Solid play. That's going to wrap it up for the Warriors. They pick up 2 in the bottom of the 6th. We go to the 7th. Grace Christian 8. Leesville 2. Back after this.
The following things are just plain wrong. Pouring coffee into a light socket. Dressing a 300-pound man in a tiny pink Speedo. And hiring an unqualified employee for your business.
Express Employment Professionals in Alexandria is here to assist you in hiring that right employee or helping you find your perfect career. Apply online at expresspros.com/AlexandriaLA.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Back to baseball at the Burn. And I'm telling you, if you've never been around in-game things that go on, workings in the press box, you certainly need to try that. Not all at once, mind you, but we went from refrigerator repair to king cakes to a little bit of everything here, and the Warriors are 3 outs away from moving to 3-1 on the season. Wow. Tell you that, yeah. We joke about the king cakes and all of that, but look, if you've not had one of those Sweet Joy king cakes, I tell you, you need to go do that. It's phenomenal on there. I think they sold this Mardi Gras season like 85,000 of them. They sell so many. It's ridiculous what they do, but they're very good. So a long time family here at Grace Christian, and certainly anybody that's listening has had one of those king cakes, I can assure you. That one misses on the outer half. It's going to drop So they'll call the strikeout on there, give Seth strikeout number 10 on the day, and you score that dropped third strike, 2-3 on the putout, but still give the strikeout to Cook, give him number 10, again, if you're scoring at home. That one inside and misses there. Is going to bring to the plate number 2. Number 2 is Nichols. Nichols. Two balls, no strikes. Again, first half of a doubleheader for the Warriors. Tournament play, they'll go back-to-back and play the War Horses of Peabody coming up next. Got to come out to the ballpark and watch that one, as this will conclude our broadcast from Merrill Blackburn Field. Today we'll be back here March the 7th for that Rayville game, and we'll post up a list of scheduled starts for us this season. That's going to send Nichols down to first base via the base on balls, and Kiker now the 9-hole hitter. And that's twice that Nichols has walked, and you don't want to see. Look, everybody making their way in the press box now just to thaw out, I think. I appreciate. See, one thing you don't get is the love, and people come to check on you up here, and that's that's one of the greatest things. Spent a lot of time in this Grace Christian organization, of course. Great to be back calling games from Merrill Blackburn Field here, and what a great tradition of baseball that comes through there. You can see that on all of the signage for the state championship appearances. You can see that on the players that went to college and played. Snap throw down to first, not in time. Spent some time doing a lot of things here with these folks, and it's always great to be back here. One family will set a record for a number of years involved in Grace Christian. They'll be here like 16 to 20 years, I think, before it's all over with, unless they start over and have another one and get another one into the organization. You just never know. 2 balls and a strike. Craig, get it 2-2 now. One out. 16 years before it's all wrapped up and done. They were signing up early on, and they sent us them to 10 to 15 years, and so they stuck around for one more. Strikeout number 11 on the day for Cook. Yeah, this is what you run into when it's an 8-2 game with just 1 out remaining in it. Warriors look to move to 3-1 on the day. Cook has pitched a gem throughout this one. Canyon Wright, the big home run that he had, and of course the batting of leadoff hitter Carson Courtright has the best hitting number 42 to go through Grace Christian, and we'll see if CJ gets a copy of that tape. We'll see. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. This is called filler time in a game, in case you're wondering. Cook with the delivery. That's that nifty curveball, but it's listed as a ball on it. Again, tried a little to twist a little too much instead of the rotation of his arm, you believe. Comes back with the fastball, and it's a strike down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cook 11 strikeouts on the day, looking to wrap this thing up. Had 17 in his first outing, now has 11, 28 on the season for the sophomore. Give him 29, and that wraps things up. And the old familiar Grace wins every time, playing out over the loudspeakers, and that brings back a lot of great memories to this broadcaster. 8-2, your final score. Grace Christian picks up the victory. They move to 3-1 on the season. Look to run it right back with the War Horses of Peabody here. After they shake hands, they'll break the field, loosen up again. You got time to get on out to historic England Air Park. Come on out to the Burn and watch a little baseball. We will be back March the 7th. March the 7th as the Warriors host Rayville. Looking forward to see you back then. For my producer, Chuck Perkins, I am Doug Gann. God bless you all and good night. We'll see you next time on 446 Sports.